The Gemara tells us in Tainis, Mishenichnes Av, B'matim B'simcha, that when the month of Av comes, we should reduce our Simcha. Mishenichnes Adar Marbim B'simcha. The diametric opposite when Adar comes, Marbim B'simcha. We should increase our joy. Amr Papa tells us, Hilkoch bar Yisod Yislei Dina Bahadi Nochi L'Shtam Minei Ba'av. If a Jew has a court case with a Gentile, he should avoid having it in Av. The Rei Mazel, it's a bad Mazel. But Limse Nafshi Ba'adar, the Bori Mazel, he should make it an Adar when it's a good Mazel. So what do we see? We see that the entire Chodesh Av, there's a Rei Mazel. It's not good for a Jew. Not only about Tisha B'Av, but the entire month. And the opposite is true by Adar. That by Adar, the entire month is Bori Mazle, is a good omen for a Jew, beyond Purim itself. The Gemara tells us in Megillah that according to Shimon Gamliel, when there is an Ibur Yor, when there's a second Adar, we lay in the Megillah in Adar Sheni, not in Adar Rishon. Ask the Gemara why. Is Marvir ala mitzvahs? If the first Av comes, the first opportunity to read the Megillah, you should read it then, not to wait till the second month. Says the Gemara, Maspeh Gula L'Gula, that we want to connect the Geula of Purim to the Geula of Pesach. Again, it's because the month is a month of Geula. And we see this from the Haggadah. The Baal Haggadah asks, Yochem Rosh Chodesh. I would think that I could say it's the mitzvah of Tzibris Yitz Mitzrayim, to tell over the story of the Exodus, already from Rosh Chodesh. Says the Gemara, Tamalon B'Yom Says, well, no, we can't do it until the time of Pesach, the time of the Gulas Mitzrayim, the Exodus itself. Question is, what was the Gemara's Havamina? What was the presumption that I can read from Rosh Chodesh? Unless Nisan is a month of Gula. We see by a Jew that Adar, Nisan are months of Gula, which means that we're already shaykh to Gula. We're already shaykh. We already have a connection to salvation from the beginning of the month itself. We don't have to wait till Purim. Obviously, Purim is the fullness, is the experience with all the mitzvahs hayom, Mikra Megillah, Matan Zavyan, Mishal Lachmanas Reyav, Suda, no question. But we already have a taste of it right now. Why is this so important? It's so important because even though we don't have the Gula yet, even though we've been through hundreds and hundreds of years of Golus, where there was no Geula, the Yidden would wake up the next morning after Purim and they were still in Golus. So what was the point? What was the point of the whole Simchas Purim? The point of Simchas Purim is to experience what Geula must be. To experience that closeness to Kodesh Baruch Hu. To climb back into the story of Purim and feel the closeness, feel the love, feel the Geula of the Yidden. That we should feel that ourselves. That even though we don't have it right now, it's still something we're shaykh to, something we can experience. The feeling. The feeling is important. The experience is important. Many years ago, where Moshe was nifter, 35 years ago, his levaya was in Tainis Esther, and we came back to yeshiva to Baltimore. After the levaya, we read the Megillah. It was already late. It was already 10:30 at night by the time we sat down to eat after the Tainis, and we were dancing after the Suda that night. I said to my Rebbe, I said, this seems very strange. It almost seems like it's not a cover for Moshe. Here the Gadol Adar was just nifter, and we're dancing? How can we do that? His answer was very simple but very profound. It's Purim. Purim is a man Yeshua. Purim is not defined or not mitigated in any way because the Yeshua isn't here yet. Rav Moshe, the Gadol Adar was just nifter, and yet we're dancing. Because this is a man to experience, to feel Geula. We look around at our world. We see anything but Geula. We see problems everywhere we look. COVID, the economy, everywhere. People are experiencing tsuris, befrat, tsuris, bechalal. As individuals and as Klal Yisrael. So what's the Simcha of Purim? The Simcha of Purim is that despite this galus, we need to experience Geula. We know what it feels like. We need to feel that close to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Be'ez Hashem, mitzapa Yeshua, like the Gemara says, this is what the Kodesh Baruch Hu is going to ask us when we come up for din v'cheshbon after 120 years. Were you mitzapa Yeshua? Did you want it? Were you pining for it? There's an opportunity. An opportunity is not, you have to wait till Purim. Opportunity begins right now. Mishenichnes Adar Marvin Besimcha should be a Chodesh of Yeshua.